And ma'am, do you understand that the state does not represent you?
Yes.
And you understand that this is your opportunity to tell the judge what you really want. If
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
The testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, no need they're both are present. Go and proceed.
Your Honor, we've reached a partial agreement on this case. I'll read the agreed portions into the record. Parties stipulate that there has been no family violence or and that there is not a need to keep each other's addresses private. Parties are in agreement to joint managing conservatorship for the child or children. In this case, standard visitation with a geographic restriction to Dallas and contiguous county. The retroactive is not being requested and court cost as billed to the father. The disagreement and this suit affecting parent-child relationship comes to the child support. I will now call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Yes, I did. Yes.
And ma'am, did you hear the agreements I read into the record?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you state the name and age of the child or children in this case?
12 years old.
Okay, and how is he currently covered through insurance?
He was on Medicare prior, but now he's on a private insurance that his dad is taking care of.
Okay, and is it your wish for the child today for the court to order the father to carry the insurance and not you to apply for Medicaid?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and ma'am, remind me of the age of the child?
12.
Okay, and who does the child live with, just to double check?
Me.
Okay, and what is visitation like right now?
Just every weekend.
Okay, and your child is of course enrolled in school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They're out for the summer though, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, how far apart do you and the father live from each other?
I want to stay 8 minutes apart.
Okay. And ma'am, the state is asking for child support to be set at $642. Are you okay with that?
Yes, that's what they agreed on.
Is that what you want, ma'am?
We had came to an agreement to drop it down to 0 because me and him came to an agreement, but that's what I was told the state is.
And ma'am, do you understand that the state does not represent you?
Yes.
And you understand that this is your opportunity to tell the judge what you really want. So do you want child support to be set at 0 or do you want it to be set at $642?
I would like it for it to be set at 0, as me and the father have came to an agreement ourselves.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me interject here. I'm not going to do 0. He's going to pay child support. So if you want a number different than 642, I'll entertain that, but I'm not doing 0. So is there another number you're considering besides 642?
Um, I guess. Uh,
You don't have to, if you don't know, that's fine. But
I'm not sure.
okay. All right, Ms. Gray, go ahead and proceed.
Yes. And ma'am, I know you just mentioned that you and the father had an agreement to pay 0. What is the reason that the judge should order something lower than 642?
Just because he's been helping me and providing financial support.
Okay.
It was on and off for the past couple of years. Well, I guess it wasn't really like a set amount, and now we've came to an agreement.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No.
I pass this witness. I call the father. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Jose Medrano.
And sir, I understand that the child support amount is a contested issue. But besides that, did you hear all of the other agreements I read into the record?
Yes.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes.
And you have insurance available through your job?
No, it's a private insurer.
Okay. And you're in agreement to carry insurance through a third party?
Yes.
And is it true that it's about $175 monthly?
It's actually 350 a month. That includes me and the child. That's what I'm paying.
So would it be fair to say that it's about $175 for the child's portion?
I don't know exactly how the insurance company works, so I wouldn't know how to answer that.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Sir, the state is calculated support at $642 based on your wages. Are you okay with that?
That's I mean, we did we I mean, if it were between me and the mom's my kid's mom, then there was a misunderstanding of why all this happened.
Objection non-responsive.
Sustain. If you can try to answer the question, that would help us, and then we'll let you
Okay.
have time to explain if you don't
Okay.
agree.
Okay.
So, sir, do you have any other children?
No.
Okay. And is it true that you make about $4,000 a month?
It fluctuates. So
Is it true that on average you make $4,000 a month?
sometimes I'll make 1,000, sometimes I'll make 4,000. It just depends on the nature of work.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am self-employed. I just started my business, so it is up and downs.
Okay. And sir, what is the reason that you don't agree with the child support?
Because I believe, I mean, it's been now it's 12 years. My son just had his birthday, and me and the mom are doing great without the state getting involved. And now that the state is involved, it looks like, it will be a headache, because now we have the state in our business, and now y'all basically decide what is right and what is wrong with the child. I don't that why that's the reason we didn't do anything with the state for 12 years.
And sir, is it true that Medicaid is through the state?
I don't know exactly how Medicaid works. I wouldn't know how to answer that.
Would it surprise you that the state of Texas pays the doctors and the nurses who have provided care for your child?
I believe it helps the people that don't make a certain amount of money through years. So I guess that's why they help financially or
Okay.
through there. Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add, sir?
Nothing else. No, not that I can think of.
I pass this witness.
Okay, just a quick question, Mr. McDonough. You're visiting with the child every weekend or every other weekend?
Every weekend, as the child stays with the mother, so through school, that's the reason he stays with her. But right now, summer is upon us, and
I'm not asking about
we
the summer. I'm talking
basically
about during the school year, which is 9 or 10 months of the year. Does a child live go with you every weekend or every other weekend?
every weekend.
Okay. All right, the parts y'all agreed to, those are fine. You all have to understand, I guess you don't want to understand, Mr. McDonald, that the child has been taken care of by Medicaid. You all involve the state in your business by having the child be on medical care through the state. So it's not that we are trying to interfere with you or make things hard or anything like that. You asked us to be involved because you had the child on Medicaid. If you had had private insurance from day one when the child was born, we wouldn't be here. At some point, someone asked the state for medical care, and that's how we got here. So now that we're here, we have to deal with your issue. Otherwise, if you had never come to the state for help, then we wouldn't be here at all. So it's not like we searched you out. Somebody applied for the services because of the Medicaid at the very least. So that's why we're going to be doing court orders today. I'm ordering that you to carry the insurance for the future, and then setting child support at $550 a month instead of the 642 based on your extended possession. But you do have to pay child support. So even though you don't agree with being involved with the state, you are involved with the state because you brought us here. You're gonna have to pay child support through the child support office. Any payments you pay directly to the mother or to the child without paying it to the child support office will not count as payments. If you're self-employed, you're going to be sending in your payments. So I want to make sure that we have a record of what you're paying. I don't trust people to pay support on their own. So I'm not doing any side agreements. We're going to do the whole meal of everything we're supposed to do for your child, which includes child support. So I don't want y'all to have to wind up in my court again. The way y'all can prevent that is by making your payments through the child support office. They will track whether you paid or did not pay, and then they will send the payments to the mother. It will take a little longer to get there. It won't be the same day, but if you're paying it on a regular basis, we shouldn't have an issue. If you want to divide it up into a couple of payments or 4 payments a month, so that it adds up to 550 at the end of the month, that's fine with me. That would probably be best. So that way, Ms. Diaz can get those payments. But at the very least, you've got to pay at least once a month. And that'll be consistently that number, even if your work varies. So I think that's what's fair here for support. All right, so the Attorney General's office is going to put that all in a court order, email y'all a copy. It'll have more of the details in there and also the information about how to send in your payments. The payments begin July 1st. You have the whole month of July to make payments. So you'll definitely get a court order before that. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.